Okay, this is a Congo Bridge Collapse, all right? Congo. It's here, said South Africa, commissioned in South Africa. The viral video shows the moments of bridge collapse while being commissioned in South Africa. So we'll bring your attention to Congo, also known as DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. As you can see, that's their flag. All right, it is not South Africa. All right, RSA, Republic of South Africa. It is not that. So these, it's some nasty stuff going on here, right? Nasty. And these people just are doing it just to make dollars on things like TikTok videos or whatever it is. But it's not funny that a bridge collapsed. It's not funny. In this case, just to cut to the chase here, guys, I think we're looking at probably a truss plate that failed, that connected to a simple beam, appears to be steel beam connection, and just this truss plate apparently failed, or the connections. Maybe they didn't. So looking at the top view, maybe didn't have any stiffeners here, and it was only connected with the outside with a weaker. I'm guessing a weaker truss plate, because it appears in the image that, or presents in the image that there was no other craziness type of fail. It's very short. It's very short in height, right? It's very short in height from touchdown, from its incline. All right. Bridge here, now it's bridges at this location. People are still able to stand on it, so it was a little bit of a bump down. It was a bump down. So now we'll take a look at the video, and I'll just give it away because I want to keep this short. He appears on the right. He appears on the right. He appears on the right. This is the he. All right, this is what I'm identifying as a he. For you snowflakes that think there's multiple genders. Now let's play. Let's go with this.
Dans un état de délabrement très avancé et avait.
All right, so they had to walk across this little river all the time because I don't understand the language, but this appears to be the replacement of the structure, and it says leave social media in stitches. All right, for the people to think this is funny, it's not funny. All right, it's not funny. It cost dollars to make that structure. They overloaded it. They didn't understand that you couldn't overload it, and this was going to be changing for them. Could have been worse. It sure could have been worse if the water was full and people couldn't swim and there was a storm there and they were trying to get it across. So what matters here is, I believe, a truss plate again, a plate that connects the joints together, the structure like this and this. Let's let it play.
À la population.
There was chaos and a small footbridge collapsed during the official opening ceremony in DRC. They overloaded it. In England or Britain, they had that bridge that went over there. The current engineering had the bridge that go over there. They had to shut down because it was just frequency was just vibrating. It was just causing everybody havoc. So, is that funny? No. At that point, it's no longer funny. Everybody talks about all the money and you engineers couldn't figure it out. But now we come to this African country, and this narrative here is posted. 1.25 million subscribers, and they put in this narrative here. I'm going to pause there, and I want you to look at the structure. It appears to be steel of some type on the outside. And I think this is the failed, this might be the failed section. I don't know, I can't tell, but you can see the decking is good there, and it's still rigid in this side. This is a little bit better shot for me though right here than what I've seen. This. Okay. still repairable. So in the background, I don't see that sign, the signage. I see a big palm tree in the background to your left. Now we go here. We'll play. It appears there's a sign here. So this is the side they were coming up when we see it collapse, I believe. At this time, I believe that. All right, so let's talk about psychology, the amygdala. I want you to take note of the man. Remember I said I tie in psychology with construction and engineering and everything we do as humans. As the bridge is losing its under his feet, he gets feedback from his feet and also the railing. Instantly, his amygdala and hers and everyone else's there is protecting him. He starts reaching for the rail. She is not primary. He puts his hand out, I believe, to the right. He's not trying to help her, I don't think. I think his amygdala quickly takes on the process. This is a soft subject that he just hit, and it might state, okay, nothing to grab there. Do not grab there. The amygdala instantly says, you know what? This right here, this concrete is worth hanging on to. Hang on to this. It crouches him down instantly while she's still in the standing position, and he grabs hold of the railing. We'll evaluate her, but before we do that, remember, her amygdala also says, I have protection. Apparently, he's not the head dog there, but she is. These guys come and rescue her, if you will, including this one. This guy is left to fend for himself. So let's let this go. And I could research it and find out that he's the man, but in that case, they're just white knighting. Save the woman type thing, which I'd hate to see that. As you can see. Now, let's go to the next version of that. So in this version, we don't see the signage in the background, right? Look in the background there. Not there. We take note of his left hand. Appears to have something in there. His right hand is already out here holding what? The red ribbon. Why is he holding the red ribbon? Because during the opening, the red ribbon is no longer connected here. So he's just holding it like he's holding it across here, and she's going to cut on the other side of his hand. She's doing the ribbon cutting. So we'll say that she's the head person, and he might be one of the head tribesmen for this locale. All right, so she's doing the opening, and he's the bodyguard perhaps, behind here, this man here. All right. She has a pair of scissors. I was worried about her cutting him. Usually they're dummy scissors, like plastic, but not in this case. It might be the real deal. Again, the red ribbon has been severed there, broken free already, and so there's a fake, there's an official opening. Also, you're going to note that this railing will flex this way and this way for just a moment. All right, but watch what I stated there. I guess I'll give it away now. She's turning around there now. Let's go at slow motion. And let's see what that looks like in slow-mo. So now we're going to be in slow motion here. There we go. You see the bridge is crouching down. All right, his left hand is now coming up. His feet are stable. His right hand's coming for the railing. And the amygdala grabs the railing. He's got it. Instantly, while the bridge's still moving, the amygdala, he didn't process to do it. The amygdala did it. Instantly went from this position to grab stability for the human. All right? Her position is to no longer hold this cutting, but to go here, and it looks like to be exit. Let's see. They're falling away. At this point, you see his right arm is being grabbed by her arm, I believe, by her hand. His shoulder's being shoved up. Shoved up by her. Now, what does that mean? Helping because it's being shoved up? Okay. Now you see her right arm. This is amygdala reaction. Come over, and it's in a grabbing position, right? The left leg is here. Is she grabbing to hold on to protect herself, or is she grabbing to help him? Well, the amygdala depends on what her position is. That I'm a rescuer. This would be a rescuing mode, instant rescue mode. In this case, the guy in the back, he's a rescuer. He's instant rescue mode. The other guy that's in front of us now is going to come forward. He's a rescuer, which means that his programming is all about protecting the person, all right, over themselves. So instantly they set a file in their amygdala that our job is first and foremost to protect the person. We don't get escape first and then step down here and then pull her across. He grabbed her and pulled her out, and then one behind her. And I don't think it's this one. Watch what I said. He's on his railing now. Of course, I'm just trying to distract you. You know the way I play Columbo. All right. He's already in escape mode. He's going forward. She is now using him to pull herself forward herself. And there's a foot down here. He's still holding onto the railing when he's going to now go for position 2, which is, I need to get back on land. I don't know if his brain has processed it's not much of a fall. He can slide down. It's nothing. I don't think so. The amygdala is still protecting him and saying, let's get to the land. And that's when he's going to go down close as he can to get to that concrete. All right. Guy in the background releases, grabs hold of her. All right. He's now making his surge move. His legs are bent to power up to come out. The bridge is still collapsing, but he's grabbing, not pulling himself forward, but he's going to surge forward to lunge forward. That's a leg. And a power position to go forward. And again, here comes rescuer number 2, R2. All right, he is now being held by her. This is not her trying to help him. His shirt is being pulled back. You see there, his shirt's being pulled back. This lady would have killed him to save herself. She considers herself, inside her brain, she considers herself her primary, that everybody else is below her. All right? Below her. This amygdala is just trying to save himself, but she's willing to pull this man down to save herself. This is my conclusive file on her, that she's all about self. Self is number 1. And part of it is because she's been told that. We got security for you. Don't you worry. We'll take care of everything. And now all of a sudden she starts believing that she's superior to all these other people. Here comes R2 right here. R1 is already, rescuer 1 is already in position to grab her and pull her away, powering up with his legs. By now the bridge, if you look down here in this section here, the bridge is almost at impact, right? Let's go. He's evaluating, clearing the way, and charging out. He is now, his grasp, his amygdala, he didn't process this, guys. It's so fast. He didn't say, oh, there's a railing. Let me grab the railing. No, the amygdala is so fast. It still wants to grab the railing. It's going to default to the concrete. See, the railing's just out of grasp. And now number 2. Amygdala says, you know what? We're going down still. Let's go. We can intercept. We can triangulate. We can triangulate. We can vector. We can vector on our falling to grab the concrete. Let's go with the embankment. This person didn't care about pulling this man over. Not at all. R2 has one primary responsibility, and it's this person. All right. She's, again, look at her shirt. His shirt. He's getting it pulled around his neck now for her, using him as an anchor to pull herself forward. An anchor to pull herself forward. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so let me see where I left off here. I had to do something real quickly. So she's using him as an anchor, pulling herself. Going to pull him down, sacrifice him. Doesn't matter, as long as she saves herself. Man, this is, you know, psychology is of the reverse engineering people's actions are so simple for me, but they're also so disgusting when I see them. Now, he realizes that he can make it, and he's being tugged on. His brain now is being tugged on by this lady here. I don't know if he has to rescue her in his mind now, or his amygdala said, hey, look, you know, we're not getting out of here unless we pull this lady forward. Pull her forward, rotate her forward, and bring us with us, because she's the damn anchor now. Or did his amygdala say, oh, we have someone else we can save now. Let's go ahead and help this person too. It's quite possible the frontal cortex got the data and said, look, let's lend a hand here too, because it is getting data at the same time. He's not finished his actions though. Remember, he's got to wind up down here. All right, he's pulling her down because this is where he sees safety. All right. So he's now freed his neck up. He's freed his neck up, and he sees safety right here at this concrete embankment. This one now loses a lot of his grips because his body took over torque. Also, his momentum is being pulled back, reversed by the losing traction of the incline of the structure. All right, that's him and his incline. So he has to release for a moment. I think he probably is re-grabbing the railing to surge himself forward again, and then he's going to snatch her from him and then walk away like you know, whatever. Don't know. All right, see him now grabbing. He's now grabbing, but he's still now got his hand around her somehow, repositioning and grabbing for here. This one's still trying to get himself together because it's sliding down. At one point, he's going to be able to get his shit together. He's reaching out. R2 is reaching out. Rescuer 2 reaching out to grab her, keeping his feet stationary on soil, and is going to pull her through. He might have observed already this one's behind her and trying to come forward. He might have already processed that. Okay. He now grabs hold. All right. He needs to get back here perhaps, but he grabs hold. All right. Now she's at the top. Her right foot might be more in a stable position because the rotation has stopped. And he's now going to pull his heads away because he was trying to get his own stability. The railings are gone. The railings are gone now. Now, she now pretends like she wants to help. He's here now. Now she's going to help him now. This is a reversal now. Oh, okay, I'm safe now. Let me help you up. Let me help you up, Pops. After I just try to take you down with me. Let me help you up. So what's the failure here? Well, part of it is looks like the anchorage. This might be anchorage here. This reinforcement into the structure. Okay, play with me here, right? Don't. You know the way I play it, like Columbo. I talk about it, but then I reveal a different failure. So I've already revealed the failure, but let's go with. Let me give you a look again. So this is right here. Yeah. Okay, let's go with now those anchors. I'm paralleling. Is the green. We'll go with the concrete right here around it. We're looking at a profile of it, if you will. This is the riverbed below, and riverbed, we'll do that bluish. All right, let's go there. The riverbed is dry creek. All right, so it's a dry creek. And now let's go ahead and put the, okay, green, yellow, nope, yellow, let's go with red. Let's go with the structure. It is actually red too. And let's show it like that. Well, this reinforcement is somehow pinned inside here, whether it just be a no pin at all or not. But it's not anchored down, is it? Or it's anchored here, and as it rotates over, it flexes that to that position. You see the position, the final position it's in. Each one is about symmetrical in a pitch about like that. This being, well, let's do it this way. This being the concrete looking from this direction, we would see the rebar something like that. As we look from this direction, it presents as like that because the camera guy is not parallel to him of the brakes. Camera person, guy or girl. So now we see him grabbing. Let's let him play. All right. She's changing direction. She's standing back up because she feels the left arm on her. Of the guy here, he's now taking position of a stronghold, literally. Stronghold on the foot, bracing. And times 2, R2, and this is R1. Rescuer 1 is on subject. Pulling her up. She's now looking down. At the guy, he's grabbing hold. these people are responding in a quick help capacity. They're coming forward while everybody's still coming down. They've already processed that they're in rescue mode also, so they're ours. They're helping instantly while the bridge is still collapsing. As you can see, these people quickly processing, running in, trying to protect people from falling over. This is very humanitarian, very beautiful. All right, this is the positive side of this collapse. All right, now we have what I said in the other video. It was not presented to us, right? The sign. So now you can see how deceptive some things may be per scale. You see the sign. So we're over there per first video, but wait for it. I have more. I'm going to show you something, and I'll say flip. All right, I'll give you the hint to where I'm going. So now let's keep going. All right, you can see he's just overpowering it now, and that's that. Now in this video with this one, we now have a flipped image. All right, it's flipped. It appears to be from a different language, possibly Arabic. And let's go with now it's flipped. They're opposite sides. So it appears his left hand's there, etc. But it shows that some of this stuff gets out there like that. No comments. All right, 500 views. It's a flipped image, and I would ask you, why is it flipped? Why is it flipped? It takes effort to flip a video. The taking effort to flip the video helps you. I'm not sure if I want to reveal why. I think it's, some things I know secrets of, and so sometimes you don't want to. If you guys can tell me down below, I might give you a different wink and nod. I might give a false wink and nod to you, but I gave it to you already, the answer why. But now, here's the structure in the flip video, mind you. So things are backwards. This is red down here, the outside, red, and this presents as a different material. The railing is on it, so you can see that the railing is over whatever this color of material is, but it's not, doesn't present as red. All right, and we have red here, and we see no railings there. The railings, pushing on the railings as they're leaning on them or whatever, can also create torque on the beam structure. Let's just look at a top view and show two beams from the top view. And let's clean this up. So let's just look at this top structure, right? This is this outside beam there. And let's put floor joists across. So the outside is going to be girders, right? This is going to be floor joists. And this should be your outside girders times 2. Just to say there's 1 and 2 there. That's about it. Let's go ahead and put the other one. This is the embankment over here and embankment over here that the approach they land on. And let's do this. All right, so they can transport the structure and or the steel or whatever, and they put this together at this joint, at this connection here. And here. And this is a plate. All right, and they only plate it one side, and they don't make it so it can't rotate in. But what stops from rotating in, the top part, would be however it's connected to floor joist. Now, what luck would have it, maybe they used, looking at the cutaway, that maybe this is the girder and that's the girder and the floor joist butt, and then they put flooring over top of it. That would be the more superior for this small thing here. But if they just laid across some planking across the top of these two, you can easily get rotation in just by the railing being a force multiplier, a pry bar effect, pushing outwards. You can rotate the steel. Okay, here's a railing. Pushing outwards, you cause a rotation of the steel in, separating a deck here. Oh, I would need to see that then right here. Can I see? I'll tell you now, I can't see it. I can't find that. That's just another way that I get to this failure. What I look at is what's left behind. This one's behind. This one's behind. I'm going to tell you that this is a hint towards your Champlain Tower South. Things I've been leaving out. Like I've been wanting somebody to challenge me in a video. Remember the engineers I want to challenge me in a video? And you can gang up on me. You guys, I've punched out a few engineers. You guys could gang up to armies. I'm giving, you can be like 4 against 1. You guys can actually group together if you're smart and not like crabs in a basket and get together about how you're going to take me out. Embarrass me on live YouTube. Get together on it. Please. That would be, Josh could do it along with everybody else that supports Josh, the engineers, and get together on it. I really would love that. And then show me how brilliant you guys are. And I challenge all of you together. The worst case is you win, right? And then everybody learns from it. That's the worst case. But you won't win. You'll lose because your brains are inferior. Not to me, just inferior brains. All right? Brains. See that? Yeah, I know I spelled brains wrong. I love that part. It's the movie. It's a movie, guys. Nobody caught on to the movie what that was. Like abnormal. Anyway, so this is going to tie into this. You guys, I really want to love this. This is why I would smoke them to do this, because nobody has a video on the railings. The railings are key to deck failure, guys. All right, I've given this Columbo hint about these friggin' railings a million times. I said it before when I said, remember I talked about the cameras, and I said, but I'm pointing at this camera here. But reality, I want you to see the camera behind. I talk about the planter box, and I talk about the gap below the panel blocks. But it's Columbo stuff here. I want you guys to join in. Now, I'll give it to you. It's the friggin' railings I want you guys to pay attention to. The railings. And tell me what the story they tell. Use the data I'm presenting in this video to talk about this collapse. Anyway, I think this is overloading, of course, to what that plate could take. That plate was able to take a lot of stress before it finally failed. These people were loading it. So that plate could have been larger. Maybe it was too small. It didn't distribute the loads good enough, and it's able to rip it. No problem at all, fracture it, and this is where we are now. Well, we don't have any failure here. We don't have any failure here, so that puts the failure at X marks the spot. How do we get there? Well, my one theory is the one railing was rotated over, right? Well, it might have been a railing there. It could have stressed it. The other one is just a plate. All right, just a plate. Is this funny? Not at all. This is not humorous at all. So as you look here, you can see that they're at the bottom of the bed there, pretty much. Or, on the creek bed. Still trying to help out. These people are trying to help. All right? People are trying to help each other here. Help each other. Not just run away like they did at other places, like in the United States here. We've run away at Bridge Collapse. These people are trying to help. And yet, social media thinks this is friggin' funny. I think it's beautiful that they immediately went into help mode. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. Not save our soul, right? All man for themselves. No, this guy's not even escaping. He's trying to help. Incidentally, one of them did have it. Found it very significant to hold onto the bottle. I thought that was kind of ironic for the brain, He probably had in his mind that he's going to keep that bottle of booze. Save that bottle of booze. I think he's eyeballing it now. This should have been tossed in the air away from there, and he should have went into help mode. So now you're looking at another, I wouldn't say narcissist, I would say okay, so that's it. Sociopath. You're looking at a sociopath. Everybody needs help. But dude already made up a file that I'm getting this bottle of booze. My bet is he's trying his best to, even if he kept half the bottle, this was going home with him. This is a fake celebration or whatever it may have been, but this bottle was dude's. He's not tossing it, and he's not fucking helping. He's like, I'm in bottle mode, protection mode. Now what? Protect that bottle. Protect that bottle. Look how far sorry guys. The video's in slow motion. And I want you to notice what these two guys are doing. While everybody's moving away and everything else, they're doing nothing. They're not lending assistance at all. These are government people, guys. Look, I try to tell people, you know what cops are? You know what a security guard is, right? Security guard protects a building, right? So protects a structure, protects whatever you hire them for, specific to that location, that property. Well, so cops are just security guards for the municipality, for the government. All they're doing is, whatever the authority is the range of their security. They're security guards, what they can enforce. And that's their range. You know, you got a local township cop, whatever. Well, he's a security guard for the township. That's all he is. And that security guard is, and then they tell the security guard, you've got to bring us in money, so let's get some citations going. So the security guard mentality says, I don't care about you people. I don't care about you. The medic mentality is, yeah, you know, it should be, I'll try to help you. I care about people. The one in there. The fireman's mentality is, if it's not a fire, maybe I'll help, maybe I'm not, but I'm more the fireman. Or maybe you do have a crossover where I'll help you in fire situations, but maybe not this one. You know, maybe not this one. Let's let it go. Sorry about the noise. That's a slow motion sound. Yes, I could change it, but there might be something in there. All right, take note. They're helping this guy down. Right here's a help down. He's turning around this one. And seeing where else he can help. Now you could argue he's trying to, at this point you can argue, this one is now leaving, and then this one's seizing like, I want to leave too. And you could argue that they were waiting for them to clear out, but they could have jumped through here. He purposely turned around because why? He's not helping these motherfuckers. He's when he put himself in a position where he can't be, where he can reason why he didn't help. He's not helping them, and he knows why. Conscious decision. He's helping others. That was able to spring over, and look at the helper there. Notice he's doing what I just said. Yep, not helping him. This one pulled away from that hand. Nope, not helping you people. Look at him, bottle saver. Now let's back that up one more time, and let's see that last piece again. Remember, psychology of it is amazing. Let's go again. Put up with the noise in the background. Helping people down. Helping people down, turning away from helping. This one no longer is helping this one right here. Left hand going down through shoulder, turning away, then looking down this direction. This one steps around, puts the left hand out, whatever, this one up. Don't need help. Bottle saver. And somebody coming back down for round 2 of this. Let's go back to that. Hold on. Ah, shoot. Stop. Because it exposed the bridge is what I'm driving at. And he steps away because he moved the bridge, the structure. All right, so I just wanted to show you this. And yeah, it's maybe a small failure, but it talks about how people, you know, how the amygdala, I always tell you guys, it's always the amygdala, etc. As you can see now, all the railing here is gone. It's broken away. That's for majority of the people. You know, whatever reason, the railing's been destroyed, whether it was going down and they broke them free. On this side, they did pretty good. Pretty good there. We see a break at the railings here and here, a clean fracture, not bent over. So we'll say that's where the structure's butted. Maybe they were prefab somewhere else. Maybe they were made here. But I think they try to say it's a South African bridge. I'm going to lean against that. So maybe I'll try to end it with this. This is slow motion, and you get to rewatch the actions, evaluating on what I just did. Yes. Okay. So what do you guys think of my evaluation of that one? All right, love you guys, and remember, I love psychology, I love the human brain, I love reverse engineering almost everything of what humans do, and critters, even animals. If you got a dog or cat and you come into the room and you clap your hands real loud, you'll startle the dog. That's the amygdala reaction, and they'll look towards your clap, towards your startled thing. Do not do this to do it a one-off, if you will, right? Don't do that to you. It's unfair to just come in there and scream at your cat like that. Just like it'd be unfair for me to do it to you. But you would see your dog. You would see the amygdala reaction could have the dog go into fight mode. It could have it go into bark mode. But it's quickly going to try to process data immediately. This is the amygdala wanting data. This is from its resting mode, even from sleep mode. It'll pop up and look directly at you. And looking directly at you, wherever you are in the room, shows the amygdala never sleeps. It knows how to get data and look at that area. For example, they put cat here, animal here, animal there, animal. You're stationed here in the room, here or here, doesn't matter. You clap, the animal will look in that direction from a dead sleep. If its head is facing this way and you clap, the animal will still figure out where you are. It's the amygdala taking in it's never sleeping, taking on data, and will turn towards the direction of you.